Hello, welcome back to Submachine 10. We've just unlocked this wheel, so we're going to rotate the room below. And now we can head to the right. And we got some more pipes we can do. Here's more wheel unlocking. So if we do this here, we can access a new room. And down here we find the third ladder step we need. And we can head down to this room. We can take a Karma Vial. I'm going to put that away. We're not going to use it right away. Because our inventory is about to fill up pretty quickly. And we have a hatch valve. So this looks like the hatch that we saw just outside, so we can go right out there. We can't turn this wheel to face this way and get out, so we have to turn it all the way back to here, and then all the way back up here to escape. There we are. So before we head back, let's actually open up this hatch here. And we're inside the security area. We got some lasers we can't cross. Another one of these things, but it's missing the plasma charges. Fortunately for us, we have 3 of them. So that lets us just turn off the lasers. And here we have Shiva Emergency Evacuation Protocol. Let's just turn that off. So this must affect the Shiva machine back in 011, which is, I guess we'll just call that the Shiva area, so we have a name for every place. So if we go back there, something will have changed. Also, there's this door with S3C printed here. And if we remember from way back in the beginning, like an hour ago now, on the captain's ship, right by where you need to put in the captain's ID, there is a panel with S3C, and it's missing some sort of key card or whatever which will activate it. So if we find a way to activate that, we can then enter this door. Alright. Now we can head out of here for now. Let's see, where should we go next? We can head to Shiva because we have in fact deactivated one of the protocols. And the way in, of course, was this way. But we run into trouble in that this cap is suddenly closed. Now, if you remember, what we were deactivating was the evacuation protocol. So when it was on, I guess this cap was open so you could evacuate the building because otherwise there's no way in. So now we can't get in there unless we go in this pipe and go right. But this, we can't get past the security grate yet. So we're going to have to find a way to turn this off and go into the Shiva room from this side. Then we might find something has changed. Okay, where else can we go? Let's see. Well, the ladder step was used in the data disk area. In the secondary location. Here. We put it there. We go down. And we can take a look around down here. I guess we're looking at layer 3 right now. Not sure. And we have some device here. Now this panel looks familiar. When we were at the root location, there was this panel we just opened up. There was nothing inside, but maybe we can take this root pathfinder and put it in the other panel and see what it will do. Over here, we have some slowdown because we have another light sphere. And a note. Light crown converter needed to connect light crown to the fuse outlet. Now that looks like jargon right now, but this is telling us how to use the light sphere, is that it's attached to a light crown. And you need a converter to use it with something else. So these devices are called light crowns. It's not really that obvious. You kind of have to piece together that any object light XYZ is going to be related. But that tells you actually how to do a puzzle later, which you don't actually have to understand. You can figure it out without knowing that because you just use your items in a, an obvious way. But it's probably easier if you understand that. So we're back in the ship now. We can climb up here and find another small cogwheel, which we'll use at the pyramid. So let's put that away till we need it. And then down here, there was this hatch from Game 8 that we couldn't open that we can open now. And inside we find an insulator cap. I wonder what that will be used for. Well, that takes care of this area. We never have to come back here. Yeah. It's useful in this game if you're marking all the locations that you can take, and then all the secondary locations, and then just checking off when you're pretty sure you're done. It's usually obvious when you're done. If there's absolutely nothing left, if every single obvious device you can use has been used, you're done. Let's see. Where do we want to go next? Route Pathfinder was at the pyramid, so we'll go there. And you know what, while we're at the pyramid, let's put in the cogwheel we've got. Put this in here. Let's, oops, wrong way. Let's, also this thing, now we have something we can use. This thing takes some kind of slot, and this actually fits right in it. And this turns on the machine. It's not obvious this works here, but if you just try all your items that look like they would fit in a slot, you'll eventually get it. So what this is doing now, running through a bunch of different objects, and if I click on one of these and then hover over here, it freezes on a particular object. So if we got to pick something that we can use, this third one is something we actually can grab, a stone grape. The rest of them, however, are nothing. So that is that. Also here, now that we have the Route Pathfinder, we can head in and go back to the route and put this in here. I'm not sure if Skutnik created this knowing that it would be used in a later game because it was a device that wasn't used in Game 5, or if he just realized it was an unused device and so brought us back. But either way, it's pretty clever that we're going back to old areas and using these devices that we found no use for the first time around. Well, there we go. There's a data tape right there. So with that data tape, let's actually put it in the data disk area we remember from here. That should finish this area off as well. Stick that right in there, and now we have a stabilizer standing by. Well, it isn't here, so we're going to have to find out where the stabilizer is. And it's possible I could have found it if I went in a slightly different order. It is possible to find before I put the data disk in, but fortunately for us, we're going to go to that area, and it will already be done, so I don't have to make a return visit to that spot. So, stone grape. Looks kind of like these. Can we just... Yeah, we can just stick it in there. So if we find one more stone grape, we can do something with this device. So let's find something for... We know what this is for. I'm not sure where to put this battery yet, and not sure what to do with this. But I have a hunch on this one. We can head back to the Shiva area and go down to this room, because it looks like something can go on top of this device here. We can in fact put the insulator cap right there, and it's going to prevent this from connecting and creating the security door. So now this room is always open, and we can go to the other two. So now we can actually get into the Shiva room from this side, and because we've turned this protocol off, now we can't get out that way, but we can go down here and climb all the way down to the surface of wherever we are. And we can just take this cogwheel, which will be used back at the pyramid. But before we use that, let's actually go the other direction as well, because we can do that now. And there's another portal here. Takes us to our secondary area, which is the core again. But this time it is the place where we would call Elizabeth's laboratory. So let's just check out what's remaining. We have some broken stuff. We have some strewn about papers. We can't take any of them. We can, however, take this telescope tube, and there's something there, but we can't really do anything with it right now. We have this device again, but it's all broken out. There is another stone grape in here, though, so I guess we'll go back and put that stone grape in the cow skull thing after we're done here. We can just take a regular skull, though. This is exactly as it was before. In here, it looks like it's missing the telescope. I'll come back to the shrine every 32 years, I promise. Anyone who still listens to this frequency. Okay. Here we go. Stabilizer standing by. We found it. And we found another bit of the telescope. And in here we find another portal stabilizer. So that's two. We need one more. And nothing is this way. We have lost our connection to the rest of the core. So, is it here? Wait, which room was it? Was it this one? Yeah, missing the telescope. We put the telescope head there and the telescope tube, and now we can look. And we just see a bunch of squares. Looks pretty cool, though. But once you look through it, a secret pops out. That should be number 3. Yep. Okay, I hope I remember where all of them are, 'cause it's really easy to overlook a few of these. Okay, that's everything we can do here for now. But there is one thing we saw, one of those, like, pre-used portals we can't get into, which may come in handy later. So let's remember that. Let's see. Cogwheels. Let's put the stone grape where it belongs. Which is here. That'll definitely finish off this area. And that lights up this machine. But it doesn't do anything here, so it might do something back where the other skull is. And we'll do that next time, because I have run out of time for this video, so I'll see you then. Bye.